Good morning and welcome to the 2024 Progressive Insurance King of the Hammers, presented by Nitto Tyre and powered by Optima Batteries. We're here for a day of amazing qualifying here in Johnson Valley. It's going to be the big dogs. It's the 4400 class. I'm Jim Marsden, and joining me in the booth this morning is none other than Pam Hall. Pam, how are you today?
I'm doing amazing, Jim. It's going to be an awesome day, like you just said. We have qualifying. We have a lot of heavy hitters in this 8 o'clock hour. So the weather is gorgeous out there. The dust hopefully won't be too bad out there. We're going to get some moisture before race day. But right now, here we are in the booth getting ready to start our qualifying at 8 a.m.
Looking down on my list, in the first group, we have Andrew McLaughlin, we have Cole Clark, we have Christopher Branson and Max Gordon. Let's not forget, Cole Clark actually qualified first in this class a couple of years ago and then couldn't race because his car didn't meet technical regs. So it's going to be great to see what Cole can do out there today. Christopher Branson, last year we actually saw him qualifying first in one of our regional races. So it's going to be exciting to see what the man from USD Sticky Tyres can do out there on this course today. Get ready, ladies and gentlemen, any moment now. And there we go. Our first car is off the line here in Hammertown.
All right, they are doing a 3.5 mile loop. It is the same qualifying loop that we have been on the past couple days. And Jim, you have personally been on that qualifying loop.
I have indeed. Yes, now let's talk about that, because out here, this first part of the track here, it's very rough, it's very rutted. There are multiple lines. We saw Brad Lovell yesterday cutting out to the right there to try and get a clean line. And I think we're going to see more cars doing that. As you come down to this area here, it suddenly swings violently to the left. You come up the hill, got to be very careful not to tap a tyre as you come over the top of the crest, drop down into the other side, and you come into the cross grain. Now, out through here, this is where the T1 trucks and our T2s were racing during our desert challenge, and it's really beaten up. So you've got to keep it together. There's lots of little landmines on the sides of the tracks, and they're just wanting to reach out and grab those tyres and take them off you. So this is the 4400 class, so it's unlimited racing. So we shouldn't see quite as many flat tyres as we have been seeing, but that is certainly going to be part of the game. And if any of our top boys get a flat tyre, well, it's going to put them near the back of the pack, that's for sure.
Jim, what do you think the time is going to be for our fastest qualifier today for our 4400?
Ooh, now that's very interesting. Well, we saw Kyle Cheney laying down that incredible run in the 4900s the other day.
I believe it was a 7:26.
It's a 7:26. I think that's going to be very difficult to beat. But do you know what? I think it can be done. Go out to Resolution. That's the rock that I tagged yesterday. He got past that one nicely, so that's all good.
Can we call that the Jim Rock?
Yeah, we're going to have to, I'm afraid. But this is, as he picks his way through, it's very, very loose, and there are many little rocks there that can just cut you. And as you come over the top here into Resolution, there are multiple lines that you can take. Now, Brian's coming around that side. Now, the favoured line for me for the 4400s is exactly this line, straight down the middle. Over the top of the crest and down in. That is super fast. But I think you're going to see people taking different variations of that today. But for me, that's the line you want to be on. And on course in the bottom right of our screen, we can see Mark Welsh. Interesting little vehicle, this.
Yes, Mark Welch is out of Folsom, California with Welch Racing. It's a custom-built Polaris. That's what he started as with an XP1000. He completely rebuilt it in his garage. He put a turbo in it in 2022. He got first place at Moab in 21 and 22, first at the Stampede in 22, first at Visions, and in 2022 he was our national and West champion.
Yeah, it's great to see him back out here racing with us. Now, this is the split. Where's he going to go? He's taking on backdoor. So dropping down into the infamous trail. And what's he going to find down there? He's going to find 2 waterfalls and lots of sharp rocks.
And if we want to look at this, yesterday's qualifying, Sean Reisky ended up getting a flat tire, but ended up getting stuck, and they really got it rutted out at the bottom of the bigger drop here that he is getting ready to go into. So we'll see. No problem at all for Brian Reed.
No, he makes that very smooth indeed. This isn't going to be a pace-setting lap. This is going to be sort of a mid-pack lap we're watching here. But it's solid, and that's what people want right now. They just want to get to the finish, put it together.
Took about 2 minutes, well, roughly about 1 minute and 5 seconds actually for our EMC class to, once they entered through the Bronco Arch, to get to the finish line. So it'll be very interesting to see how long it will take our 4400s today to do that.
Yeah, now Brian's really picked up the pace. I think he suddenly found, I like short course, and lays down the pedal as he comes into it. Great stuff here, I love this. If you want to get anywhere on this qualifying table today, you're going to have to leave it all out there on the course. We have so many heavy hitters out there on track.
Brian Reed just now came through. He has an 8:38.333, so great run, Brian Reed.
But Mark Welsh now is really putting down a pace, coming back in towards Hammertown. Now, I like this line that Chad Owens is taking off at the top there of the drop drone. And now, I believe this is, what's this got? Terhern's Tumble, I believe Miles named this yesterday.
What did he name it? Turns Tumble?
No, Terhern. Is it Jonathan Terhern? He rolled the
Oh,
car
gotcha,
down
gotcha.
there. This is a fast time here from Mark Welsh. What's he got?
I don't know, I'm hiding it from you. Let's see. Oh, he just took the number 1 spot by 10 seconds in 8:28.248.
8:28. Now, it just shows, doesn't it,
Wow.
how fast all these cars are getting now. It's absolutely remarkable. Now, if you're watching, you'll see that Andrew's got a number board. There's white there with black numbers on it, and AK Watley's is white with red numbers. So what does that mean? Oh, did you see that? He just jumped down through back door.
I wouldn't put it past him to do that, and he just did.
No, he just did. So that's the first of our cars to jump back door. Right, gauntlets down, ladies and gentlemen. We're now going to see some real racing down through there, guaranteed.
All right, in our bottom right-hand screen, that is the 3:08 of James Mahoney. Well, James Mahoney's time, I think he might have just took over the lead. He did with an 8:08.382, so
Wow.
awesome run by James Mahoney, coming in with that number 1 spot, even with that rear flat.
This episode of King of the Hammers is brought to you by Progressive. Enjoy every minute of every ride with America's #1 motorcycle insurer. General Tire. For whatever you do, General Tire delivers. And by Kicker Performance Audio. Living loud for 50 years.
So let's go through our top 5 as we sit right now. We do have James Mahoney in that number 1 spot.
Yeah, in second is Mark Welsh.
And in that 3rd position, the 416 of Brian Reed.
And in 4th is AK Watley.
And then the fifth position, Chad Owens.
And then 6th, we saw him having troubles out on track, and coming in with a 10:58 was Andrew McLaughlin.
All right, we do have Joshua pulled off to the side. Not sure what's going on.
Tough break there for Joshua.
I think that is one of our production guys.
Yeah, body language is... oh, he's lost a rib. Yeah, that's a link broken off the frame. So that's going to be the end of his run, that's for sure. That's going to be get it back here, get it out to fab school, or go and find a friend with a welder and get it welded back up. But you can see it's actually torn out the whole link off
Maybe
the off the frame.
Ian can go weld that one up next.
Yeah, I was going to say, maybe we'll get Ian out there with his welding rods.
All right, that, I believe,
is the 24 of Cole Clark. Now, this could be a very exciting running indeed. Cole Clark is super, super fast. Let's see what he can do. He is one of the guys that is capable of taking top spot here today, so I'm really looking forward to this. Now, he's just got to mind that rock there. Yeah, just skips by it like the consummate professional that he is.
with the pace he's going right now, if he continues with that pace, I'm pretty sure he's going to be up in that top 5 right now for sure.
Oh, just certainly in this top 5, I don't have any doubt about that, but can he get below that 8-minute mark? Look at the speed here of Cole Clark as he makes his way down through the drone drop. That's incredible. Straight off over the top, over the ridge as if it doesn't exist. Was our fastest qualifier here a couple of years ago. But technical issues stopped him from racing. There he goes. Oh, he just makes the drop down. So makes it nice and smooth. Doesn't jump it, but he's still quick. Yeah, as we watch Dalton Hamilton in the bottom of our screens. But in the top left, it is Cole Clark, and he'll be coming up through the Bronco Arch.
All right, 6:36. I'm going to write it down.
And he takes the middle line down through for Cole Clark.
You can hear everyone in the crowd rooting for him.
Oh,
wow.
That's a fantastic time there from Cole Clark, and is our fastest qualifier at the moment with a 7:41.
Wow, what a great time by Cole Clark. Do you think he'll go and jump backdoor? I don't
Do you
think
know
so.
what? I'm not sure. I'm going to say he won't, but you never know with Chris.
I'm thinking the same. I don't think he will. But
He's
he is
coming
running
up
a
at the
great
top.
pace.
Well, look at that. Now, that is a completely blind crest. You have no idea where you're going until you actually exit the crest. And there was no hesitation there. There was no backing off. It was 100% attack, attack, attack. Look at this. Oh, now, that's an interesting line there. He's just cut across the top there. Very interesting stuff here from Chris Branton. He's obviously been out there pre-running, doing his homework. Now, Chris, you need to pick up a little bit here.
Oh, he must have heard you.
He did indeed. He's listening to the live feed. And he'll have Ryan Webb in there with him, just saying to him, keep it smooth.
Oh, hit that rock.
Yeah, that's the first mistake there we've seen from Chris, and it just checks him up a bit.
He's going to have to make up some time. He's at a 6:13 right now.
Yeah, I've got a feeling there might be an issue here. Oh, there he goes. He jumps down backdoor, so that's your answer.
There we
go. It made it look like it didn't even exist. Yes, Christopher Branson now coming on down through the Bronco Arch. He's also taking that left-hand line. James Mahoney took that earlier on. But he just seemed to lose time in the bottom of Resolution.
He did. He kind of checked up just a little bit.
Checked up, just...
But like you're saying, maybe he was having an issue, but right now it definitely does not look like he has anything going on.
No, it looks very smooth as he finishes his lap with an 8:17, which will put him into 3rd position for Christopher Branson.
Yes, his official time is 8:21 and 9:23 in that number 3 spot.
That.
And Hunter Sparrow took a tumble in backdoor.
Oh, no one wants to see that. That's a real tough luck there. Yeah, that looks like that's John Webb down there nodding his head on the finish line, on the start line, should I say. Now, this is normally that time where I say, John Webb, and I get whoops from, yeah, there we go, baby. It looks like he has a row of lights across the front of his car, but they're not lights, baby. Those are speakers, and he brings the party to Hammertown. So everyone's been getting together, trying to get his job. Oh, no, that's Tim Hooper stopped.
Oh, no, and Tim Hooper was having such a great time. Look, he has a 4:24 where he's sitting at.
Right now, can he get this restarted? Because he's in one of the sand washes. I have no doubt that John Webb will be able to get round him, but he'll have to work hard. That sand is really super soft in that area. So come on, Tim, get that old girl running again, please.
Oh, there we go.
Told you, he's listening to the live feed, Pam.
Seriously.
Darian Gomez is becoming a very fast driver. We saw him out in the Desert Challenge as well. His father, Raul, got out after lap 1 and said, there you go. Get out into that desert and see what you can do. I wish my dad had a T1. Brian Hayes coming down on through back door.
So Brian Hayes taking it easier than we've seen others, but you look at that. It was a little bit of a handstand, the back of the car, drop back down to get the traction, but making his way down back door.
We call that safe.
Very easy, exactly, safe. All right, let's see what Darian does here. He's going to take that middle line.
Yeah, he's coming across that center line. I didn't expect anything different. Kisses over the top. There is no hesitation here at all, Pam. He's going to be straight into back door. And once again, the jungle drums have been booming. And it's almost certain that Darian will be jumping back to it. Oh, look at this view from our drone. Down the first of the waterfalls. He switches to the side. Off he goes.
And there he goes. Great
leap down there from Darian. What an awesome view that was.
Okay, so he's running a great pace. He's running a faster pace than we did see Brett Harrell doing, but he's actually faster through the Bronco Arch by 2 seconds than Cole Clark.
Absolutely. Now, Cole Clark, he has a very fast, but he wasn't that quick in the short course. We know Darian will be fast, and we know that his uncles and his father will be watching this right now.
Darian's time just came through. He has it at a 7:33.949.
That means our current top 5. In 5th, it's James Mahoney. In 4th, it's Matthew McGowan. In 3rd, it's Brett Harrell. In 2nd, it's Cole Clark. But right now, our pole sitter, the young man himself, Darian Gomez.
Tyson Shell making Resolution look super easy going through that area. And then we have Jeff Bergman down on the bottom right-hand side in the number 100. Oh, no. And Tyson Shell just flops over.
That is a desert turtle. Nobody wants to see a desert turtle. Oh, tough break there for the 424.
So Tyson Shell
Tyson Shell
up on his lid. Ian Johnson has joined the booth, and Ian Johnson, we are seeing our second rollover of the day. That is very unfortunate. That is the 424 of Tyson Shell that is on his lid, but that was Jeff Bergman that just now took the pass cleanly around him.
Yeah, it didn't look like Jeff was affected too much by that rollover. The rollover kind of happened off to the side, so Jeff has a good run going on so far.
And Cole Clark entered into the Bronco Arch at 6 minutes and 36 seconds into his qualifying run, and then Darian Gomez entered into the Bronco Arch at a 6 minute 34 second.
Yeah, that same split time right here, we were looking at it, and it's about a minute through the Bronco Arch, depending on how fast you can do that through that short course. And then it'll be headed down into the 2 drops that make up the trail affectionately known as back door. Oh, Dan's got a little offline there, got a little carrying a rock down with him.
That is the same rock that we saw somebody on earlier on when they looked like they got stuck, but the backside.
Well, if you want to,
yeah,
if you want to, it's kind of tricky because it all depends how you're going to come down that section of the drop and back door. If you've seen everyone who's jumping it, they set up far left. But it looks like there's some big rocks moved around on the top, probably making it difficult to set up correctly. But Dan's going to come at the bottom at a 6:40. So that should put him at the mid 8 minute mark when he gets back into town. So we're watching Gary Easley right now head out. He is now through the rough, choppy part of the desert section on our qualifying course, and he's moving into sort of the high-speed, sandy, soft section. As we're watching Dan Fresh head through the backdoor wash all the way up into the Bronco Arch.
And right now he's sitting at a 7:13. As he's exiting out of the sandy wash here in just a moment.
All right, Dan Fresh up through the Bronco Arch. Look, it looks like he's taking that far screen right, driver's side left line that you were talking about, Pam. Certainly seems to be a little bit faster.
Yes, it just sets him up a little bit different entering into that short course, but it looks like there's a little bit of a line getting burned in, but you have to turn a little bit tighter left to get yourself turned into the short course section. But Dan Fresh, he's very well seasoned. He knows what he's doing. He's got his lines down.
Well, you know, as you'd mentioned, Dan used to be a motocross rider. We see a lot of motocross riders make an easy transition into Ultra 4. If you're used to two-wheel fun in the dirt, you become very, very adept at reading terrain. Because if you read it wrong, it hurts a lot.
Yes, it does.
Marcos Gomez, he's in one of those Joe Thompson UFO cars. This is our second Gomez to see on track because our fast qualifier right now is, Pam? I set you up perfectly.
You set me up. I'm sitting here.
You.
Darian Gomez, the number 90, with a 7:33.949. So his uncle Marcos Gomez on course right now. Do you know that he knows what that time is, and he's going to be pushing for that number 1 spot as well?
Oh, he wants to push. You know, I'm going to bet that they would love to see Gomez all at the front of the race course come Saturday. I think they'd be super happy about that. Certainly have the equipment to do it with those Joe Thompson UFO cars. One last little drop coming over the top where he heads into resolution. And there's 2 lines through here. The fast line is the straight line, which is what he took, just straight through. I will guarantee you that Marcos Gomez launches that car off back door the exact same way that we saw Darian do it. I would probably be willing to bet that they'd probably pre-run that launch 3 or 4 times.
He's definitely making great time. So taking the right-hand lane around. So 5:52 right now, entering into back door. So taking notes of that as well.
Yeah, looks like he got hung up slightly in the rocks there, but we'll see him go far left right here and just launch his way down. Perfect textbook drop through there, through that section. You can see that far left line. They just kind of carry the wall with the well, these are single seat cars, so it's kind of hard to call it, but driver's side tires.
Darian was going through the Bronco Arch at a 6:34, so right now he's at 6:42 and he's not to the Bronco Arch yet. So Darian definitely has the one-up on his uncle.
Watching Marcos come back in, and he'll come across the line probably just over 8 minutes.
Actually, in that number 7 position at an 8:13.280. Mr. Miles Hasselquist is coming in to take over. So it's been a great time here in the booth, and I'll catch you all later.
Thanks, buddy. Yeah, Pam and Jim did a great job this morning. Yeah, I was keeping up to date with everything. So Hunter Miller is in the Ford Performance Short Course.
Yeah, he's got a couple turns left before he gets over to the finish line at the Yukon launch. Looks like
so he's gonna be back there 25th or 30th, I'm gonna guess.
Look at that left front tire on that car, Miles, as he comes over this launch.
I think both left sides are a little.
Yeah, they don't
both
seem
lefts.
happy, do they?
Yeah, both lefts are low, so that's why he's a little off pace. Hate to see that for Hunter, but hey, it's not race day yet. So getting an update from Matt McCowan, said Cade is working on his car right now, trying to get it fixed to qualify. So we did miss him earlier, but he is actively working on his car.
Oh, we've got a little flash in the back of that car.
It looks like it's still barely there. Hopefully it doesn't do any damage.
You can see it. Watch right here, Miles. He's going to hit a rock right there, and that's right when it happens.
Yep.
But we're watching Ron Prindle come up through the Bronco arch. This is a good time, Miles. He's coming through there at 6:30.
Yeah, that put him right around that 7:30 mark. This may be battling Darian for the fastest time of the day.
7:33 is the time to beat, and he is around the corner at 7:30.
It's going to be within a second.
Yes,
Look at this.
Wow.
With a 7:33.9, Ron Prindle with a 7:35.5.
All that time was lost on that one rock hit, Miles.
Yep. And a little bit of fire.
And a little bit of fire.
This episode of King of the Hammers is brought to you by Progressive. Enjoy every minute of every ride with America's #1 motorcycle insurer. General Tire. For whatever you do, General Tire delivers. And by Kicker Performance Audio. Living loud for 50 years. Phil Stratman just tipped upside down. So let's check it out. He's coming down Resolution a little too hot, gets squirrely, gets crossed up, catches some rocks, and takes a little dirt nap.
Yeah, it didn't take much for him to get a little out of shape right there, and that's a shame. This is he's out qualifying as a late I think something might have. Yeah, that was just basically a domino tumbling of just all bad things happening.
Yeah, so they got to work on it all night last night. Now they get to work on it all night tonight.
Adler's cars seem to be working really, really well as we watch Kevin Taylor drop down into the top section of back door. He's got 2 waterfall drops.
The first one's only about 2 feet. The next one's 8 feet, and everybody's been jumping it, and there he goes.
Oh,
took
awesome.
A little bit of a hard hit, but made it stick.
That was great. That was super clean. Good job.
And again, that's very impressive by anybody, especially in that solid axle machine, and that dazed and confused Porsche-themed rock bouncer / Ultra 4.
I think the thing is, though, Miles, I think that's one of those things that nobody thinks it can be done until the first person does it.
And then you have to do it.
And
You're like, dang
everyone's got to do it.
I love that during qualifying when, just this morning when Darian did it, I was like, I didn't think it was going to happen this early. Now everybody that thinks they're going to be a competitor has to launch it.
Yeah.
And look at JP Gomez coming down the Terhune tumble. He'll take this right through this nasty deep ruts and getting sideways again.
That was
That's a violent hit, isn't it, Tom?
That's a badass turn.
Tom, what do you reckon? Can he push into the top 5 here?
With the pace he's running, it's very, very possible. Because I dig it.
Oh,
the
he takes
left
a tire.
front. Yes. Oh, no. Terrible. You could see he punched the sidewall, and that just set him all wrong, but he was already committed. So tough break for JP Gomez. Now we have recovery could be an issue here because we have 2 big cars stuck in this area. And I think we only have 1 recovery rig, so this could take a little time.
We saw Levi Shirley take the line. That's in our picture.
So Guy Miller top left. Levi Shirley, look, he is pushing, just blowing through this nasty G-out section. Getting a little slideways there, but Levi Shirley keeping it under action.
Woo! Look at that, Miles. He's having fun up there.
Guy Miller's here to party.
Anytime we see someone working their way through Resolution with this kind of speed, this is where your top qualifiers come in. The problem is it can get risky. You get
he's
the wrong
pushing hard.
He's pushing really hard, which is good to see. I think right there, that's one of those examples where it can get out of shape in a hurry, but if you could gather it up and push through, which he's obviously done, watch this, Miles. Let's see what he does with this jump that we've seen everyone coming through.
It just perfect, just floats over it. This could be a new fast time. I don't know. It's going to be really close.
It's going to be close. I honestly think that Darian was a little bit faster through this bottom desert section, but we'll be able to tell when we see him come through the Bronco Arch.
So this could be that 7:22. Let's see. I think it's going to be there.
This could be Miles' time.
And
it's not going to be
me a hard time about that.
It's not going to be the 6:58, but we still got lots of time to get that 6:58.
Oh, man. Levi Shirley sailing it through the Ford Performance qualifying short course. I'm calling it right now. This is the fastest run thus far today.
It's definitely our fast qualifier for sure. The question is he going to beat your 7:22?
I think we're going to be right on the money, or else I'm going to have him fix it.
You can just turn your little. I think he's going to beat you,
the
Miles.
Yukon launch. I think he beat my guess by 2 seconds.
7:20.
7:20. So I was off by 2 seconds.
13 seconds quicker.
Wow. Levi Shirley and Corey Nasso just threw down their qualifying run of their life. Great job, Levi Shirley. If you want to be a sponsor of a fast car, K-Rod, look at how much room you got on the hood and the doors right there as he comes through the Bronco Arch, and he's smoking fast. Look at that bicycle.
Well,
K-Rod
awesome.
is going for Levi Shirley's time right now. Wow, K-Rod is leaving it all on the line.
I can't see where he's at, Miles, but he was coming in fast.
Oh,
he's
I don't know. It's going to be close. Look at him.
He's flying through there, Miles. This could be the 6:58 that I said was going to happen right now. I could be the new winner. Here we go. He's about to make the last turn and then come over the Yukon launch. Miles,
wow.
I think I got it.
Hey, Levi, you just got bumped off, buddy.
Hey, Levi, your wish came true.
This is going to be a 6:41. So, I mean, what's that? 38 seconds? Let me do some backwards math. Yeah, 38 seconds faster. Yeah. Randy Rod, the Rodfather, giving high fives. So stoked. What an amazing run. Levi, that was a great run, but K-Rod just laid down a heater.
So Miles,
now everybody lost.
No.
Price is Right rules, remember?
Oh, I mean, I said 6:38, Miles. No,
yeah, there you go. I can go back on the premium and rewatch that. So we're going to reset here in just a minute.
Yeah, absolutely, Mars, because we've just seen the fastest qualifying run of the day so far, which was that young man, K-Rod. But right now, it's all about Power Hour. These are the biggest and the greatest. And lining up here are some of the best drivers you will ever see on any race courses anywhere.
The biggest and baddest names in our sports. These guys and gals are going to leave it all out there on the line, so make sure you don't go anywhere. You've got just another few seconds before we're going to kick off Power Hour. Tom, this is why you wanted to come in here.
Yep, we're going to have Waylon Campbell starting things off, Cameron Steele, Paul Horschel, Bailey, Paul Wolf.
Paul Wolf's had a little bit of headaches here during qualifying, so he's back for redemption.
Yeah, he is indeed, but let's just talk about the fact we've got three-time king Shannon Campbell sitting in there. We've got three-time king Randy Slauson, two-time king Lauren Healy, two-time king Eric Miller, and of course, two-time king Raul Gomez. But there's also another man sitting out there, a man who's a specialist in qualifying, and that is three-time king Jason Shearer.
And there's Cameron Steele that'll be mixing it up as well. This is going to be amazing. I can't wait. I'm getting excited just thinking about it.
And we are
Goes
off.
Robbie Gordon off the line, you guys.
We'll see how this shakes out. Robbie Gordon, number 77, with Speed UTV, driving that UFO machine, JP's pre-runner.
Yeah, so Robbie Gordon, of course, a man who probably needs no introduction, an absolute legend in dirt sports. He's won the Baja 1000. In fact, I think he's won pretty much just about everything in desert racing.
And we keep talking about a wheel man. Robbie Gordon is one of the finest. He's raced a little bit of everything from NASCAR to Dakar to Baja to King of the Hammers.
It's even more impressive that the man is that talented that he can jump into a car with almost zero pre-running.
Man, he is.
That was getting wild right there. He took a
he's pushing hard.
Nasty hit, and now he's really getting after it.
So Robbie Gordon, he just drops down into the wash there. So power up all the way up to this, the blind crest before he comes into the drop drone. And you saw earlier K-Rod powering down here, full throttle assault as he makes his way into the bottom. What kind of speed has Robbie got?
And this is that nasty right-hand turn.
He's really carrying some
ruts.
speed, you guys.
Yeah, he's really pushing hard. This is going to be a great run.
Yeah, this is looking absolutely fantastic, but this is where Robbie Gordon is at home, in the desert. But what's he got for the rock loop as he makes his way up the backwash to heading towards Resolution? Here we go, and off the line now, it is Waylon Campbell, son of three-time king Shannon Campbell.
Out of Gilbert, Arizona with Campbell Racing with that Campbell Enterprise single-seat IFS chassis with a proper tune Klein LS490. We'll see what kind of horsepower he can throw down as he's chasing down Robbie Gordon.
Yeah.
Power Hour is underway. Waylon Campbell and Robbie Gordon.
Yeah, so good to see Wayland out on track. He's been fighting some demons already this week. He's had a couple of A-arm issues. He's had torque converters. He's had transmissions. You name it, he's been fighting it. So it's great to see him out here on track.
So I think that's right around where Goodall just rolled over.
Yeah, I mean, taking a shunt there, that is going to bleed time. Oh, right up on two wheels there for a moment. And Robbie is given away at around about 6 or 7 seconds there. And this is what we're saying. These drivers, the drivers who race at King of the Hammers, they are specialists. It's very difficult to come in from other sports, pick up a car, put it on, go out there and be fast.
And look at that. Robbie Gordon is upside down. So could this affect Waylon Campbell? We'll find out. Tough break for Robbie Gordon. Hate to see that for anybody.
Well, you know what they say, Miles. Spectacular failure beats dismal success.
We've got about another minute and a half, or maybe, probably about a minute and a half before Waylon gets to that section. So we'll see if Robbie is out of the way or not as we're coming down the Terhune Tumble. And look at the two different lines there. These ruts are really getting deep. Coming up on Robbie Gordon. Is this going to affect Waylon Campbell or not?
Right, let's see what he can do here now. Tom was saying that there might be a line. He's also got the option to use Robbie Gordon as traction.
Well, you got to use this traction the other day, Jim.
I did. Bent me 2 shock absorbers, he did. But that's okay, because King Shock's got me right. So thank you very much, King Shocks. Oh, look at that.
Oh, a little nose stand, but that was pretty smooth.
Not too bad. Not too bad.
Great run for Waylon right there, getting right around.
Cost him a second or two,
Robbie
maybe
Gordon.
at the most, slowing down for that moment and back to work.
And some people at home are saying, well, man, why doesn't he get a rerun? Well, to be honest, he probably won't want a rerun because this is a brutal track, 3.5 miles of very hard qualifying course. He'll want to do it once well.
Yeah, minimize your wear and tear. Super important. Save that car for race day.
Especially at qualifying because they're pushing so hard, way harder than normal race day pace. Taking that left line, little blip, and down. 8-foot jump. I mean, they make it look like it's nothing there. So Waylon Campbell through the Bronco Arch, heading to the Ford Performance qualifying short course, and he is running a great run. I'm going to guess about a 7:30, so it still could be top 5. I think this is going to be really close to a top 5 run.
Yeah, this is looking really good. Great stuff here from Wayland. He crosses the line and takes the checkered flag.
3rd place for Waylon Campbell with a 7:26. Great run.
And look at this. Our top 4 is dominated by young guns. In 4th position is Darren Gomez. In 3rd is Waylon Campbell. In 2nd is Levi Shirley. But still top of the box, it's Cade Rod.
What a stacked field. Up next, it looks like it's Cameron Steele. We're watching the recovery right now, but it sounds like Pam Hall's down the line with Bailey Campbell. Pam, what do you got for us?
I am here with Bailey Campbell. We are here patiently waiting for that green flag to drop. But Bailey, I'm rooting for you. I want a first Queen of the Hammers out there. I know that you're wanting that as well.
I want it so bad, and I know Miller wants it for both of us as well. You know, we've put a lot of time into this car. We've got a refreshing engine done by Grom Racing, and I'm just hoping for the best this weekend.
So out there, strategy-wise, do you have anything planned right now in your head, or are you just going to do whatever you need to do out there to hopefully get that top spot of qualifying?
Smooth as fast. That's the whole thing, smooth as fast.
Well, you're a great driver. You've been doing this for a long time. We'll let you go, but good luck out there today.
Thanks. This is my 10th King of the Hammers officially, so it's pretty exciting.
Awesome. Well, good luck out there, Bailey.
Thank you.
Yeah, Queen of the Hammers has such a good ring to it. Oh, we do have Robbie Gordon moving on along once again. So we do have a free and clear course.
No.
No, he's gonna take it for a test run anyway. This episode of King of the Hammers is brought to you by Progressive. Enjoy every minute of every ride with America's #1 motorcycle insurer. General Tire. For whatever you do, General Tire delivers. And by Kicker Performance Audio. Living loud for 50 years.
As he come across the final jump.
And we'll see Robbie Gordon tomorrow morning racing his Speed UTV. Number 48, Cameron Steele with Mike Kim riding shotgun out of San Clemente, California with Desert Assassins and Laser Nut Racing. In that Monster Energy backed machine, Cameron Steele has a great run going thus far.
Now he's got to watch out for those gotcha rocks, but as you said before, this man is a technician. He will have studied this course in great detail. He'll know exactly where every gotcha rock is.
And speaking about gotcha rocks, yesterday during the Everyman Challenge qualifier, we saw a lot of flat tires, but those are DOT tires yesterday. Today, these are full-on race tires, and they're taking the abuse a lot better. Yeah, he's going for consistency for sure.
I call this spot right here Melville Pass. So where you're coming over the ridge and you start heading towards Melville, usually on race day, that's something that you always know. And historically, it's so cold in the morning when you're coming across to Melville.
And look at him straighten this one out, too.
He's going bush hunting a little bit here. You better be careful.
So Cameron Steele up and over onto the Terhune Tumble.
Now we've seen some incredible speeds down here. What are we going to see here from Cameron Steele?
You can see the front end's a little soft, starting up, catching some of that desert floor. And getting that rear end, that left rear took a really hard hit, but it still looks like it's in great shape.
Paul's based out of Park City, Utah, and been racing with us for quite a while. Debuted with the Jimmy's car and transitioned into his own program, taking everything in-house and building everything. Built some of the most beautiful cars you'll see in the field. He's running a 42-20 setup right there, so he's running a little bigger tire than some guys. Most everybody else is running 40s, but not many people are running 42s, so definitely an advantage in some areas.
So you say he's running a 42-20, so we're talking about actually a 20-inch rim, whereas most of the people over here are running 17s.
Yes, sir.
Is that so he can put a bigger brake package into there?
It definitely makes a difference, and it also gives him room that he can still have that kind of an offset and still get around the uprights in that IFS knuckle there.
Yeah, I mean, that's something we're seeing in desert racing now. They're now moving over to the 18-inch platform, so they can use bigger rotors, and you can't go fast if you can't stop. It's as simple as that.
That's definitely the truth of it.
These are probably two of the most technology-advanced cars on course at the same time with Cameron Steele and Paul Wolf. We're about to see Cameron Steele going into resolution, so he'll be dropping back door within the next minute.
You meant Paul Herschel, but we will forgive you there, Miles.
What did I say?
Paul Wolf.
Paul somebody.
Paul Herschel had been leading this race for over a lap. He did it more than once. He was dominating the race, coming through to the final lap, and he would start to have problems, whether they were rollovers, broken prop shafts. So this is a man who knows how to run at the front of hammers, but he's always struggled to finish.
Yeah, Cameron Steele made smooth work coming down back door. That IFS IRS machine. Number 35, Bailey Campbell and Ryan Miller riding shotgun out of Gilbert, Arizona with Campbell Racing. And the Campbell Enterprise 2C IFS with that Grom LS 490.
We're seeing so many different things. We're seeing the greatest in technology in vehicles like Cameron Steele's and Paul Herschel's. And then we're going to, oh no, Paul's coming to a stop.
Yeah, look at that rear end just completely turning.
Oh, he's going to grave digger that thing right to the finish line.
Yeah.
He's going to try to make it.
If fails, you can always drive backwards and let it work the other way.
Look at this showmanship. He's just giving all he's got, and he's kind of in control, kind of not. Wow, that rear end's doing whatever it wants. Oh, what a tough break for Paul. But he's still going. He's trying to make it there, and look at him, all throttle. Paul's not really in control of the steering right now, so he's just going to have to kind of limp through the Bronco arch, but he made it. Ouch.
Oh, the front end looks like it's collapsing now as well.
Yeah, he's really putting a beating on that car. His team's going to be busy the next couple days. But he's not giving up yet. But look at Bailey Campbell. She's got a great run going. Oh, he loses. He's going to be high-centered. Yep. Paul Horschel is stuck in the Ford Performance Short Course. Doing a little neutral drop front and rear.
That hurts to see.
Yeah, what a bummer. I hate to see that for anybody. Jump down.
Absolutely, as we watch Bailey Campbell, and off the line now is none other than Paul Wolf. This is a man who has dominated in the Ultra 4 USA National Series.
Mr. Paul Wolf in that single-seater, number 1018 out of Alton, Illinois, with Wolf Racing, that UFO single-seat machine. See what he can do. I love the Mario Kart theme on the side of this car. One of my favorite wraps out here.
And look at the pace here of Paul Wolf as he comes on down through the drop zone.
Paul Wolf's got a great qualifying run going so far. Yeah, he wants a strong start for sure. I saw him clip a rock with the right front a little bit. I can't quite tell. Yeah, it's going soft, isn't it? Yep, that right front flat tire for Paul Wolf. I saw him hit that rock, and it looked a little tough.
Yeah,
They're really putting these cars through the paces.
So here we got Lauren in the bottom right coming through the ditch diving section, as I like to call it.
And I love it because on the left is rocks and the right is desert. Give you a little bit of everything.
Just look at Paul.
Oh,
Takes
my
the
word,
center
off the
line.
center line.
Center
That's
to right.
incredible.
I like the right. I've always been a right fan.
I think that was
awesome.
the fastest run down back door we've seen in some time.
This is a fantastic run from Paul Wolf. The clock is still ticking. He's at 6:55. He needs to beat 7:20. That seems almost an absolute certainty as he comes round onto the straightaway and for the final jump and the checkered flag. Paul Wolf crosses the line.
Unofficially in second, officially in second with
place.
a 7:06. Paul Wolf with a great run. I love putting all of the past and current kings here at the end of Power Hour. What a great afternoon. Thanks again for everybody for tuning in. This has been an amazing day of qualifying for the Nitto Race of Kings.
Now Randy's been there, seen it, done it. Was in the OG car when it won here at the very first King of the Hammers. Now Randy's not the fastest of qualifiers normally, and as Tom will tell you, this race is not often won from the front, it's often won from mid-pack.
Well, what you'll normally see.
Oh no, look at this.
Oh my word, what's going on here?
Oh my.
Oh,
guys,
no.
That's a shame.
This isn't good.
That
I
should
think
be a
we
rerun.
we should give him a rerun. What a tough break for Slauson. I think if I was him, I'd probably turn around. This is our 18th King of the Hammers, and 6 wins by these two.
Yeah, absolutely incredible stuff. And Jason Shearer making backdoor look oh so easy.
He definitely looks smooth through here. Cade
Yeah.
Rods was a blistering fast pace, but this is just a smooth fast pace.
He
if
is
that
not
makes
on.
sense.
He is not on Cade Rod's pace. But he said before, "I'm not sure I want to beat Cade Rod, but I would like to be alongside him." And at the moment, he's just off that. I think he's going to be sat behind Cade Rod if he continues with this pace.
I think this is a top 5 run by Jason Shear right now, and Randy Slauson definitely lost a few seconds with that UTV that got in his way. The car still looks like it's in great shape. So Jason Shear, blows the corner. That's uncharacteristic for Jason Shear.
Yeah, that just shows how hard he is pushing here, Miles.
I think he's got a.
Left rear flat, maybe? No.
I think that
Yeah,
back
left
left's
rear.
going down.
Yeah.
Yep, left rear flat. Tough break there, but he's in the infield. He'll make it there.
It's a challenge because you got to sit there and wait the whole time and then see how hard you're going to have to push, or you can sit there and decide if you're going to how hard you're going to go.
Absolutely. And Jason Shearer goes into 5th. So
1 second behind Levi Shirley.
And here we go. It is 2-time King Raul Gomez off the line in his Joe Thompson UFO machine, laying down some serious Danzio power.
But right now we're watching Randy Slauson. He jumps down in a solid axle. There's a little bit of a kick, but that was a pretty good run. Randy Slauson down through back door.
And he's just under the 8-minute mark there.
So again, that'll be right around that 20 mark. Oh, gets off course and was doing the bike. That was a little sketchy at 75 plus mile an hour, but was able to keep it under control.
At 5:17, he is off top 5 pace right now. Needs to find around about 5 seconds if he wants to break into the top 5. There's the first waterfall.
We'll see. We saw JP take a little tumble, but Raul Gomez makes quick work dropping down back door. Look at that backdrop. Hammertown is absolutely amazing today. Raul Gomez, the current King of the Hammers champion. One more jump to go for the Yukon launch, and the checkered flag will be flying for Raul Gomez.
Second, third row, he's going to be in great shape.
Yeah.
Sixth position.
And he's actually going to be lining up alongside Jason Shearer. Wow, what a battle that will be.
So let's go through this, and on that pole position is Cade Rod. Right next to him is going to be Paul Wolf.
In third position, it's Lauren Healy. And in fourth, Levi Shirley.
Jason Shearer, followed up by Raul Gomez.
Row 4 will be Waylon Campbell and Darian Gomez.
And then in 9th and 10th will be Ron Prindle and Kyle Cheney, rounding out our top 10.
What a great run by all of these competitors. These guys and gals put on one heck of a show for the Nitto Race of Kings qualifier. I am Miles Heiskowitz alongside Tom Ways and Jim Marsden. From the entire Hammer King production crew, we thoroughly appreciate each and every one of you. We will see you tomorrow morning.